I started the OK program to empower African American men to improve our community. I was frustrated with the high rates of incarceration, homicides, just all the things that was plaguing our community. You know, when you look at the problem with black boys around the country, nobody has a solution to it but black men. We're the missing link. 72 or 73% of African American households are there headed by single mothers. And I realized that when you let boys know that you love them, you can let them know what you're not gonna tolerate. And the only way you could do that was really mentoring, man, really getting to know these boys, letting them know you believe in them, you love them, you support them, but we weren't gonna tolerate drugs, gangs, teenage pregnancy, and poor education any longer.
The problems we have in the African American community is systemic throughout the whole United States of America. They've got the exact same problem in Baltimore, Ferguson, St. Louis, LA, you just name it. The exact same problem, same conditions. We can stop it if we could get the OK program across this entire country.
Prior to the OK program, they were about to give me 5 years in the YA, Youth Authority. And Deputy Norcross went to court for me. My own father didn't go to court with me. And he stood up in front of the judge and said, hey, I can't say I can change him, but I can vouch for him. He'll join this program, I'll work with him if you give him this opportunity. So it helped me really bridge the gap between myself, my family, and the police department.
And we get these boys in the 6th grade, and we follow them all the way through high school. The boys earn things in the OK program by having good grades and good citizenship each grading period, and then they earn trips to amusement parks, professional ball games, college ball games, award ceremonies where we invite the community to come out and congratulate these boys for doing well in school socially and academically. So there's a lot of incentives in the program for the boys to do well, but all of them have an opportunity to earn these incentives.
It's not just a program that's mentoring kids, but it's developing a relationship. It's bridging the gap between the police department and the community.
You know, they say it takes a village. Well, heck, it takes a country. Having been in this building for 20 years, I was here during the HBO documentary in the 1990s about gangbanging in Little Rock. So we went through a really tough time in our city. This program has helped us because it brings in another element that wasn't there before. A partnership with a group as strong and as powerful a link as the police department.
When you have a program that the police department has said, we're going to partner with the community, we're going to partner with churches, we're going to partner with schools, and we're not going to control this program. We're going to partner with you to address an issue dealing with African American males. I mean, that's phenomenal.
A lot of the black officers are on the force today because they graduated from the OK program. And they were so intrigued and impressed with the black officers that helped them that they wanted to become police officers themselves. I don't think a community could do any better than to be policed by people who look like you.
I love the OK model because when I designed the program, I realized that you can't get a few people, a few men, to do a whole lot of work. You burn them out. You know, you get a lot of people doing a little bit, it gets done. We're mentors, but in the OK program, we call them teammates because this is a team mentoring concept. In Oakland, for example, we have 80 men that's already trained and organized. Our goal in Oakland is to get 200 black men to mentor these boys. The biggest commitment we ask these men is to commit to 3 Saturday kicking sessions. And the kicking session starts at 10 and goes to 2 in the afternoon. A lot of our men come every Saturday. Once they come, they realize that, man, this is easy. I can do this standing on my head. The curriculum is already designed. The officer's been trained to facilitate the discussion with the boys. And then after that, we have our lunch together, we pray over our food, and then we eat like a family. And then after that, there's recreation, there's flag football, there's basketball. It's a lot of fun.
One of the key things I think that the OK program really helps with is high school graduation rates. The kids that go through the OK program have a phenomenally higher high school graduation rate than kids that don't.
None of my siblings have ever graduated high school, the ones who grew up in the house with me. So the only difference in myself and them is this program.
When you talk about Black Lives Matter, Black lives will really matter when we can get the OK program in every city in America.
Well, I'd go to a national convention and stand up and give a testimonial for the OK program for our kids. I would, because I've been here long enough to see it work, and that's the bottom line, it works.
People will argue, all we're doing is resegregating society when we do these things. But when you have 90% of the police officers that are white in a 78, 80% African-American community, and 90% of them don't even live there, you're going to have problems. I think that the ability for a young African-American kid to relate to somebody is tied to somebody that they're going to look up to and respect. We began to talk about this in terms of the role of community-oriented policing and what does it mean in the 21st century. And I think it begins to define a new type of officer that understands the importance of relating to community. And so if you are looking for a program that's really going to change the attitudes of people on the streets, you need to put an OK program in, and you need to adequately fund it and adequately staff it with police officers who have a heart. They're going to reach and touch a lot of kids that otherwise are going to wind up either dead or in the penitentiary. It's time to get with the program.
This is the time, the perfect time to get with the program.
It's time to get with the program.
Right now, now's the time to get with the program.
Yeah, it's time to get with the program.